Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Saturday. Gorgeous day in Spokane, 87 and sunny outside, and thanks to being on the bottom floor of a 3-story building, my apartment currently sitting at a perfect 75 with all the windows open. Just the slightest cross breeze coming through. Perfect day for a game of Strat-O-Matic Baseball. We have Frank's pre-play up at the top. In his game, the Reds edged the Phillies 3-2 with O'Toole walking away with the win. Losing pitcher Knowles. Neither of those pitchers available in my game today. McCool getting the save, that's not a surprise. Reds took a 2-0 lead to the bottom of the 8th. Briggs with a moonshot, 2-run pinch hit, 2-out blast ties it. Darren Johnson with the game-winning hit driving in Rose. Hello Franklin and hello Colin, welcome to a rare Saturday broadcast. Yeah. Well, you've guessed it by now. It's Reds at Phillies, right? You all knew that. Milt Pappas will pitch for the Reds. Jim Bunning on the mound for the Phillies. Let's take a look at the numbers. Pappas, 3-4, but with a solid 3.34 ERA in 9 starts, 59 1/3 innings of work. Pappas, of course, gives up quite a few hits, but doesn't walk anybody. That was especially true. Well, I shouldn't say especially true. It was true in 1966. That was Pappas's trademark, really, not walking anybody. Bunning, 7-4 with a 2.81 ERA. His ERA would rank 8th in the National League. I think that's right. Let me double check it. Nope, 10th. Sorry, he's 10th in ERA, 8th in innings pitched with 96. In 12 starts, Bunning has completed 7 of the 12 with 2 shutouts. And yet with 96 innings, he doesn't even lead his own team. Chris Short with 99 innings pitched is second in the National League in that category. Bunning has allowed just 73 hits in those 96 innings and struck out 81. So a good matchup today, pitching-wise. Let's go ahead and give you the Reds lineup and we'll play ball here. Tommy Harper will lead it off in right field. Tommy Helms at third base. Vada Pinson is in center. Gordy Coleman at first base. Pete Rose at second base hitting 5th. Darren Johnson is in left. Leo Cardenas at short. Johnny Edwards will do the catching and hit 8th. And Pappas in the 9 spot. A 1R, but with N power. Interestingly, only a handful of 1-hitting pitchers have N power. And Pappas one of them. So we're about ready to go here. How's everybody's weekend going? There's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Getting ready to fire up some 1958 action. Giants at Reds. Antonelli and Haddix. 2 pitchers I know a little bit about, actually. Largely due to their presence in Strat-O-Matic's ATG game on the 365 online platform. I always like to mention that. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, you can sign up and get your first 2 teams for $15. Sometimes they give away 1 free team just for signing up, or it's 2 for $15. Anyway, I'm not sure of what promotions they are running currently, but they give you a good deal to try it out. And you can look at all the cards without having to pay any money, just for signing up. Anyway, enough of that. Bunning's ready to work. Home plate umpire John Kibler says play ball, and we are underway. Here's Tommy Harper to lead it off. Harper, let me focus in my aged eyesight here. Harper still hitting just 149, looking for his first home run. Bunning into the windup. It's going to be a 5-11 righty. Fly ball to right, playable for Callison. He'll take it, and there's one down. They'll bring up Tommy Helms. Helms hitting 274, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Bunning gets the sign from Dalrymple. Here's the pitch on a 2-7 right-handed. Rolls it to short. Grote has it over to White, 2 down. Two down, nobody on. Here's Veda Pinson. Pinson hitting 263 on the season, 4 home runs and 25 RBIs. Bunning gets the sign. The pitch to Pinson is a 2-11 right-handed. Comebacker, Bunning has it. Flips it over to White, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bunning. After half an inning of play, Cincinnati nothing. Philadelphia coming to bat against Milt Pappas. And greetings to David Cadwallader as well. Hello, David. And there's Franklin. Finished the first season of professional baseball in out-of-the-park baseball, starting in I'm interested in this, Franklin. 1871. So how are you doing that again, Franklin? I'm still confused. You're not playing the entire schedule, I assume. Hello there, Ben, and Ben comes right in with a doozy there. I like that. And hello, Chip, and welcome. Chip for the Reds. Chip Roush, if I'm pronouncing it right, and I don't recognize the name. My apologies if I'm mistaken, but welcome to the chat. Here's the lineup for the Phillies. Cookie Rojas leads it off at second base. Johnny Callison is in right field. Dick Allen in left. Bill White at first base hits cleanup. Tony Gonzalez in center. Dick Grote at shortstop hits sixth. Tony Taylor is at third base. Clay Dalrymple, the catcher, will hit eighth. And the pitcher Bunning in the 9 spot. That's true, Thomas. There's any number of ways to play this, but you make a good point. I assume then you must be using injuries, right? Well, not necessarily, but I would say that you can't have it both ways, but of course you can. You can do whatever you want. Franklin, how many games were played in 1871? Let's start with that question. Or was it like a round-robin tournament? Very ambitious project there by Franklin. I must say I am both intrigued and impressed. And the question that would come to mind for Thomas is, how many bats does Pinson have in which he's hitting over 300? I'm guessing small sample size, most likely. Okay, here's Rojas. Cookie hitting 244, 2 homers, 18 RBIs. Pappas ready to go to work now. Here's the windup in the pitch on a 4-9 righty. That's going to be a ground ball towards first, single to 11, and that is caught by Frank White. Underhands to Pappas covering, and Rojas is retired. Oh, so you are using them. Okay. Here's Johnny Callison, 299 on the year, 6 home runs, 32 RBIs. Pappas gets the sign, pitches a 2-7 right-handed. That's just outside ball 4, and Callison will take first on the base on balls. Callison, a star 15 stealer. Let's check the battery. We find Pappas with an excellent hold, -3. Catcher Edwards is 0, so Callison not held at 12, and up steps Dick Allen. Allen hitting .404, 11 home runs and 28 RBIs in just 109 at-bats. Pappas' first pitch way outside. He gets another sign from the stretch. It's a 5-10 right-handed. Allen lifts a shallow fly to center. Pinson coming on in a hurry, and he's there to make a basket catch for the out. Little blooper into center. Pinson able to get there, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Bill White, the first baseman. White hitting .261, 10 home runs, and a team-leading 44 RBIs, which ranks among the league leaders in that category. Pappas with a 3-6 right-handed. He walks him. 2 walks in the inning for Pappas. Very uncharacteristic. How uncharacteristic? Well, in 59 and a third innings coming into the game, Pappas had only walked 7. .32 game schedule, computer played it, and then you played the playoffs. Yeah, I see your point, Thomas. I mean, it is a small sample size, of course. Anyone can hit 367 at-bats. But yeah, I mean, if you were playing it, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, without the as-played lineup, if you're playing it trying to be realistic about the numbers, you would play the hot hand, of course, and continue to play Pinson, at least until he cooled off. Hey, that's cool, Ben. Is it really? I didn't know that when I decided to stream on a Saturday, but that makes it a little bit special. A little bit extra special, I should say. Here's Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez batting .306 on the year, just 1 homer but 14 RBIs. Pappas staring in to get the sign now. Full windup. All right, looks like we're back. The internet just dropped out. So hopefully you're all back with me. I lost everything. Oh, and they were supposed to adjust my bill and give me the senior program. It didn't happen, so I called AT&T yesterday, and they said, oh, you have to have 2 phone lines for that. Let's go ahead and add a second line, and we'll get you that senior discount. What the hell would I want 2 lines for? So we're back to where I was. In other words, Monday I will be shopping for new phone and internet service. Anyway, we look good for now, so we're going to start the second inning with Gordy Coleman leading it off for the Reds. Coleman hitting .265, 4 homers, 14 RBIs. Running into the windup on a 1-5, called strike 3. Yes, sirree. Home plate umpire John Kibler rings him up. And with one down, Pete Rose steps to the plate. Rose, switch hitter batting left-handed, comes in leading the club in batting at .283, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. It's a 5-9 swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Bunning. In enters Dan Port. All right, perfect timing, Dan. Yeah, Ben, exactly. It's not near what... It's way more expensive than they told me it was going to be going into this thing. Here's Darren Johnson with 2 down. Johnson, .224. Team leading 9 home runs, however, and 26 RBIs, which also leads the ball club. Bunning's pitch is a 5-9 right-handed. Rolls one to short. Grote throws him out. And it's another 1-2-3 for Bunning. I don't know how that works, Ben, but having an extra phone line, I don't think that has anything to do with the internet. I could be wrong. Bottom of the second, Dick Grote will start it off for the Phillies. Grote at .204, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. And that makes more sense. I don't know anything about these things. I'm thinking maybe it could be possible, I guess. Just because I don't think it is doesn't make it so. You guys know I'm not tech savvy. In fact, it's a miracle I'm streaming on YouTube. If you knew me, the people I know you have a YouTube channel? No way. Pappas pitched to Grote. That's going to be a 1-9 right-handed. Hard smash to third, backhanded by Tommy Helms, who throws him out. And here's the third baseman, Tony Taylor. Trying to find Taylor's numbers here. Oh my God, he's near the bottom. 193 average, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Pappas into the windup. 2-8 righty, called strike 3. First K for Pappas. 2 down, and here's the catcher Clay Dalrymple. Dalrymple at .276, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. The pitch from Milt is a 2-9 right-handed high fly ball to deep right field, backing up his Harper at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall. Dalrymple rounds and holds for the stand-up double. First hit of the game for either team. Unfortunately for the Phillies, the batter is Jim Bunning. Right-handed hitter. Pappas pitch on a 1-7 struck him out. That's 2 innings in the books now for the Phillies. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Pitchers duel. Now you're talking, Ben. I like the second line for Mookie. Get his own phone. You want a phone, Mookie? Bottom third of the order for Cincinnati. Leo Cardenas will start it off, coming in at .229. 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. Bunning gets the sign from Dalrymple. The The windup in the pitch on a 2-12. Ground ball towards first. White has it. Underhand to Bunning covering. And there's one down. .2034. That's about right. Here's the catcher, Johnny Edwards. Edwards hitting .222, 3 homers, 13 RBIs, left-handed batter. Bunning's pitch is a 1-4 righty. He lifts the fly ball to right, playable. Callison is right there, and there's 2 down. So Bunning, 2 outs, nobody on, facing the pitcher Pappas, a 1R, but with end power. Bunning's pitch on a 3-8 struck him out. 9 up, 9 down for Jim Bunning, and we are still scoreless. That's correct, yeah. The National League did not exist until 1876, as Ben already pointed out. Bottom of the third, top of the order for Philadelphia. Cookie Rojas 0-for-1 steps in. Pappas gets the sign from Edwards. The pitch on a 6-9 right-handed. That's going to be a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Johnson at the track. At the wall, it's gone. Home run, Cookie Rojas. How about that? Rojas does have end power against right-handers only. And for Cookie, that's his 3rd home run of the season. Phillies take the lead 1-0. Oh, cool, David. So you're familiar with John Garcia. Do you play the online game? Strat 365. 1-0 Phillies as Johnny Callison strides to the plate. Callison walked in the first. Pappas getting the sign. Here's the pitch on a 5-9 left-handed. That's going to be a high fly ball to right. Harper waiting on it. Finally does come down into Harper's glove, and there's 1 down. Should be mentioned that the Reds come in on a 3-game winning streak, and prior to that loss, they had won 8 in a row, so they've won 11 of their last 12 games. Here's Dick Allen now. Allen 0-for-1. Pappas into the windup. So that's going to be a 3-6 right-handed. Grounder towards third, single to 5. And it's fielded by Helms, who throws him out. 2 down, and here's Bill White. Pappas gets the sign. The pitch to White is a 1-7 righty, and he walks him. White walks for the 2nd time. Good speed on the bases now. 17 minus 3, 14. They're going to hold him on at 12 as Tony Gonzalez comes to the plate. Pappas out of the stretch now. That's a 1-11 righty. Grounder to first. Hard smash. Coleman gloves it. Feeds. Pappas covering. And the side is retired. The Phillies get a run on the Cookie Rojas home run and lead it 1-0 after 3 innings of play. And I'll tell you, the way Bunning's looked so far, that might be all he needs. Reds only batting .237 as a team compared to .266 for the Phillies. Moving along to the 4th, Cincinnati will have the top of the order. Tommy Harper 0 for 1 facing Bunning. Bunning into the windup. 5-8 right-handed. It's a grounder to second base, X. That's a tough chance for Rojas. A good second baseman, 2E15. Range is behind the bag on a 10. That's the E range. It's a deadly 5 on a 15, and that's going to be an error on Rojas. He got to it, but his throw pulled Coleman off the bag. Sorry. His throw pulled. No, that's not even right. I've got the wrong player. I'm sorry. Pulled White off the bag. In any case, it's an error on Rojas. And Harper, who has blazing speed, is at first. Let's go ahead and check the Phillies battery now. Bunning a +2 hold. Dalrymple a -2 arm, so that's a wash. Harper 18, held on at 60, and with Helms at the plate, he's going to roll for the lead. 2 through 5 or 11. 6, he just misses it. Bunning's next pitch to Tommy Helms is a 2-8 righty. Single into right field. Harper rounding and headed for third, and he's in there. And the Reds have runners at the corners and nobody out here in the 4th inning. Trailing by a run, they're threatening. Heart of the order coming up. Here's Pinson. Let's see how the Phillies are going to play it. Pinson is an A bunter. I wouldn't look for him to bunt. I'm on the fence with this, so I'm going to roll for the infield. 1 to 3, it's in. It's in. Bunnings pitch to Vada Pinson with the infield in on a 4-7. It's a high fly ball to left field. Backing up is Dick Allen. He makes the catch. Harper tags and scores. So a sac fly to left, that ties the ball game. Give Pinson an RBI. And here's Gordy Coleman. Coleman struck out in the second. Bunning checks the runner at first, which is Helms. From the stretch, it's a 3-8 right-handed. It's a grounder down to White at first. White has it. He goes to Grote for 1. Back to White, not in time. So a 3-6 force. Coleman at first with 2 down, and Rose the hitter. Rose bets he'll get a hit. Bunnings pitches a 1-6, and Rose wins the bet. It's a double to 8, 2-star single. Anything else? That's going to be a double for Rose. Stopping at third is Coleman. In a tie game, runners at second and third, 2 down. Darren Johnson comes to the plate. Johnson now tied with Pinson for the team lead in RBIs. Cardenas on deck. Bunning gets the sign. The pitch to DJ is a 2-8 right-handed grounder to short. Grote will take it and throws him out to end the inning. If the Reds tie it up with a run on 2 hits, they leave a pair. That run will be unearned, charged to Bunning. Oh, exactly, David. Okay. I got you. Looks like we're holding after a technical difficulties early in the game. And in a 1-1 tie, we'll move to the bottom of the 4th. Dick Grote will start it off. Grote 0 for 1. Pappas getting the sign from Edwards. Here's the windup on the pitch to Grote. That's going to be a 6-4 right-handed. That's catcher's card. Edwards, a 2E4. Here's the result of that play on a 20. That'll be a foul out to Edwards, 1 down. Here's Taylor now. Taylor struck out his first time. Pappas did the pitch. That's a 5-3 right-handed. Ground ball to the pitcher X. Pappas a 3E7. On the 5, it's the E range. It's a 5 on an E7. Pappas makes a sparkling play and throws him out. How about that? That's going to go as a 1-3X exclamation point, a web jam by Pappas. Not very often do you avoid the fate of the 5. Two down, here's Dalrymple. Pappas gets the sign. On a 2-10 right-handed, he bangs one into right field, right center, double to 8. He'll hold with a long single, and Dalrymple's 2 for 2. That'll turn the lineup over, if nothing else. Do you get the newsletter, David? Sometimes they email me that stuff. I did not receive an email about this one, but sometimes they do. Here's Bunning at the plate, right-handed batter. Pappas comes in with a 4-11. It's a slow roller to short. Charging is Cardenas. Fires over to Coleman, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We're locked in a 1-1 duel here after 4. Okay, moving to the 5th. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Reds. Leo Cardenas will start it off. He's 0 for 1. Bunning gets the sign. Here's the windup on the pitch. That's going to be a 2-7 right-handed. He bangs it into left center for a base hit. Double on a 1. He'll hold with a single. Leadoff single for Cardenas. Third Cincinnati hit of the game. 16 held on at 14. With the bottom of the order coming up, he's going to roll for the lead. He needs 4 or 6. 9, he does not get it, and Edwards will swing away. Here's Bunning's pitch from the stretch on a 3-10 right-handed, just outside ball 4. And the Reds have something going in the 4th. Pappas a B bunter. Phillies will pull him in. Pappas squares to bunt as a C. On a 6C, that's good enough to move the runners along. Good bunt there by Pappas. Cardenas to third, Edwards to second with 1 down. Here's Tommy Harper. 0 for 2, Tommy. Reached on an error in the 4th. Scored the Reds' only run. And the Phillies will pull it in. So infield in, 1 down. The pitch to Harper on a 1-7 righty. He draws the walk to load the bases. And that's going to send Dalrymple out to the mound. Bunning in trouble here in the 4th. I know, Ben. Me too. Should only come up 4 out of 36. So 1 out of every 9 rolls would be a 5. Seems like I hit it more than that, doesn't it? Bases loaded, 1 down. They'll push it back now, trying to get a ground ball out of Helms. Bunting into the full windup. Pitch to Tommy's a 1-7, and that's going to be right in the heart of his good column. He gets under it and lifts it to center field. That's going to be a B question mark, which always throws me. He can try to tag on that. So the batter is out. Cardenas at third, 16-18. Gonzalez is 0. He's going to tag. Throw to the plate. He's out at the plate on a 19. Holy smoke. Fly ball double play. I'm going to start writing in the outfielder there because I tend to forget who to give the assist to when I'm entering this manually. But anyway, what a throw by Tony Gonzalez. And Bunting somehow gets out of that mess. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left for the Reds. The go-ahead run gunned down on the plate on a strong throw from Tony Gonzalez. Here's Pappas now. And the Phillies will send up the top of their batting order, Cookie Rojas, his home run representing the only Philadelphia run today. Pappas gets the sign from Edwards now. Here's the pitch on a 3-7 righty. Grounder to shortstop. Cardenas gloves it. Fires to Coleman, 1 down. Leo was a good shortstop. Here's Callison now, 0 for 1 with a walk. Pappas into the windup. That's a 4-4 left-hand. It's a grounder to short X. Another tough chance for Cardenas, the 2-16. On a 4, he makes a diving stop to his feet. Strong throw just in time. Oh my goodness, what a marvelous play by Leo Cardenas. Another web gem. 2 web gems for the Reds today. Pappas and now Cardenas. And with 2 out and nobody on, Dick Allen comes to hit. Pappas with the pitch. That's a 4-9 righty. Grounder towards first. Single to 11. And it's fielded by Coleman. He throws to Pappas covering. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pappas. We're through 5, locked in a 1-1 pitcher's duel. And on that note, I'm going to top off my coffee. There we go. I had a dad sandwich for lunch. Ever heard of that? My dad used to do that. I didn't have any bread, so I just rolled some cheese slices into some turkey meat. Ate it like that. Yeah, what happened, Franklin, when it rolled? If it rolled past the rope, couldn't the runner just continue running? I'm a little hazy on that. Maybe someone can add some clarity to that. There were no over-the-fence home runs as we know them. All right, I got my coffee. We go to the 6th in a 1-1 tie, heart of the order for Cincinnati. Vada Pinson 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Bunning into the windup. That's going to be a 1-6 righty. Hard smash to first, gloved by White. He'll take it himself. And there's one away. Here's Coleman. Coleman 0 for 2. Bunning set. Here's the pitch on a 1-9 righty. Cold, strike 3. Coleman strikes out for the second time today. 4th K of the game for Bunning, and with 2 down, here's Rose. Bunning's pitch is a 6-11 fly to right field X. That's Callison, a good outfielder. Racing to the line, a 2E3. On a 9, it's the error range. 11 on an E3, this could be interesting. Fine running catch by Callison. Oh my, what a play. 9X, side retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Reds in the 6th. And the tension mounts as we creep into the later innings in a 1-1 game. Who will blink first? Thank you, Larry Waters, and welcome. Larry answers the question. So those were ground rule doubles or triples. It seems like I can remember a story of someone in the crowd throwing the ball back into play or something like that. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Phillies come to bat here in the 6th. Let's check the endurance. Pappas is a 7. Bill White has walked both times today. Pappas gets the sign from Edwards. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 2-3. Just a bit inside. White takes his 3rd walk of the day. -3, 14, held at 12. And here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez in a bunting situation, but he's a poor bunter. He will swing away. Grounder to first both times so far. Hello, Kurt Miller, and that makes sense. Because, yes, there were a lot of triples in the early days. Runner at first, nobody out. Pappas out of the stretch now. That's a 6-8 left-hander. That's banged into right center. Double to 10. Here's the roll. That's going to be a double on a 6. Stopping at 3rd is White, and the Phillies are in business here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to get them stirring in the Reds bullpen. Give me a moment here to check the usage display. Jack Balshin, the righty, begins tossing. He is joined by Ted Davidson from the left side. Gonzalez with a big double here. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. The Reds will have to pull him in for Dick Grote. Pappas checks the runners. The pitch to Grote is a 6-7 righty. Grounder, second base X. Tough chance for Pete Rose. Where is Rose? 2E17. Here's the play on a 17. He's got it, and with the infield in, will save a run. Infield will remain in for Tony Taylor. Taylor 0 for 2. Pappas into the windup. It's a 5-8 right-hander. Grounder to shortstop A, and the infield in again saves a run. Cardenas playing shallow, throws him out. And now they can move it back for Dalrymple. They could also walk Dalrymple and pitch to Bunning. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So 4 wide ones to Clay Dalrymple. That'll load him up for the pitcher bunting. I know, Ben. I don't think that happens very often, does it? 2 down, bases loaded. Here's Bunning. Bunning, of course, rated 8 for endurance. He's not coming out. Pappas pitched to Bunning on a 6-4. That's catcher's card X. Key play for Edwards. A 2-E4. On a 13, it's a pass ball followed by a pop out. So the Phillies get a run on the passed ball. On the very next pitch, Bunning pops out to the catcher. That'll be an unearned run charged to Pappas, and the inning is over. So Phillies with a run on a hit. They leave a pair. Tough break for the Reds. The Phillies get lucky. And they lead it 2-1 going to the 7th. Good stuff in the chat. Okay, on a gorgeous Saturday, it's 2-1 Phillies. And we go to the 7th inning. Darren Johnson will start it off for the Reds. He's grounded to short both times. Bunning into the windup now. He comes in there with a 2-5 right-handed hard smash to third. Taylor has it. Fires it over to White. 1 down. Hello, Gerald. Was it Soto that wore it? Man, I assume so. Here's Cardenas, 1 for 2. Bunning's pitch is a 3-5 right-hander. Another ground ball to third. Taylor comes in on this one, scoops it, throws to White, 2 down. Here's Johnny Edwards, the catcher, 0 for 1 with a walk. Bunning's pitch on a 4-6 lefty. That's a high fly ball to center. Backing up is Gonzalez. Triple 1-2, and Gonzalez makes the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Reds in the 7th. As we stretch, it's 2-1 Phillies. Anybody's game. Reds streak on the line here. 3 straight. 11 of their last 12 they've won. To climb back into this race. When we come back, it'll be the first endurance inning for Pappas. But right now, let's fire up the Mookie cam. That's right, the real star of our show, Mookie the cat. Looks like we're back, so I'm guessing we didn't see Mookie, huh? Did we miss that whole segment? Did anybody see Mookie? Can anybody hear me? Here, let's move the die. I can tell if we're live or not. No Mookie. Not much to see, but I'll give you a quick peek. Anyway, I must have done that myself because I had to reconnect. Mookie! Mook! There he is. Temperature has climbed to 88 outside. Still holding at 75 inside. That's with no air. That's the advantages of being on the bottom floor of a 3-story building. Mook has not had any antics lately. No screen crashing. Anything of that nature. He did go for a car ride with me last night. Didn't like it. He went under my seat the entire time. I had a craving for a root beer float, and unfortunately, they closed the A&W. There is one on the way on the other side of town, so I went to DQ. Are you ready for this? I won't be going back. $7 for a root beer float. I got it. I was already in the drive-thru. I couldn't get out. I guess I could have ordered nothing, but yeah. And it was okay. It wasn't as good as A&W. I guess next time I'll drive further, huh? Is that insane? And I'll tell you what, it was kind of a chintzy one at that. Yeah, no doubt, Ben. I just felt like getting out of the apartment and taking the Mook with me. Didn't really go well. Okay, back to the action. Top of the order for the Phillies. They lead at 2-1. Pappas in his first endurance inning. The windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 6-7 righty. A grounder to second base X. That's Rose. 2E17. Here's the play on a 19. Rose is there. Throws him out, 1 down. Nice play, Rose, to retire his opposite number. And here's Callison. Callison 0 for 2 with a walk. Pappas into the windup. It's a 4-10 left-handed. He goes the other way and lifts one to left. Darren Johnson is right there. And there's 2 away. Pitchers duel on a Saturday, and up steps Dick Allen. No doubt, Dan. Pappas, the sign from Edwards. The pitch to Allen is a 5-2 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Pappas still has stuff left in the tank here in his first endurance inning as he retires the Phillies in order. And through 7, it's 2-1 Phillies. An excellent pitched game between 2 fine pitchers here on a Saturday. That sounds like a deal compared to what I got, Ben. Exactly. I had a blue Hawaiian last week, about a week ago at Applebee's for $7. That was a huge drink. No, that was worth it. Oh my, and now we're in a quandary, aren't we? As much as I hate to do it, the Reds really have to hit for Pappas. God, I hate to break up a duel like this. Ted Davidson will be the next man in. He's a lefty. Pappas worked 7 strong innings today. giving up only 4 hits and 2 runs, 1 earned. Uncharacteristically, he walked 5, one of those intentional. Wow, that's something, isn't it? Let me double check this again. Pappas came into the game having walked only 7 all season, and he walks 5 here today. He struck out 2, 3. Who is it going to be? We're going to send up left-hander Art Shamsky, who pinch hit in this game in real life as well. Shamsky just 13 for 74. 4 of those hits home runs, however. Bunning into the windup. Pitch to Shamsky on a 3-6 hard smash to second. Rojas has it. Flips to White, 1 down. Shamsky retired. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Tommy Harper. Bunning gets his sign. The pitch to Harper is a 3-5 righty. Gets a single to 19. Hard smash to third and through into left field. Tying run aboard here in the 8th. Speedy Harper at first. +2, -2, 18. He'll be held at 16. Tommy Helms at the plate. Harper trying for the lead. 2 through 5, 11. He failed to get the lead earlier. On a 9, he does not get it. Next pitch to Helms is a 2-6 righty. Liner to short. Single on a 1 only, and it's speared there by Grote. Reds not having much luck today. One more shot. Here's third hitter, Veda Pinson. Pinson has driven in the only Cincinnati run of the game. Harper taking his lead. Bunning from the stretch on a 2-3 righty. Comebacker knocked down by Bunning. He picks it up and throws him out, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left. That was Bunning's first endurance inning, by the way. On comes the lefty, Ted Davidson. Davidson's been in 16 games, 2-1 with a 5.11. White, Gonzalez, and Grote coming up for the Phillies. Bill White has walked all 3 times at the plate today. Davidson ready to go to work now. He gets his sign from Johnny Edwards. Here's the pitch to White on a 6-5 lefty. Grounder to short X. Tough chance for Leo Cardenas, a 2-16. Cardenas into the hole on the E range. It's a 6. On a 16, he makes an amazing play and throws him out. Oh my goodness. Leo Cardenas with the glove today, folks. Here's Tony Gonzalez. Davidson's pitch is a 4-4 left-handed. It's a fly to center field X. Pinson going back. 2E14. Whoops, that didn't go in. 2E14, it's an 8. And he goes back and makes a nice running grab for the out. Nice play, Pinson. Cincinnati flashing the leather here in the bottom of the 8th. And here's Dick Grote. Davidson into the windup now. It's a 6-3 righty. Fly to left field X. Darren Johnson will get a chance. Darren a 4-E6. To the gap on a 4. It's down for extra bases. Coasting into second with a double is Grote. Tony Taylor will try to pick up an insurance run for the Phillies here. Davidson getting the sign. Pitch to Taylor is a 2-9, lifts it to left field and playable. Johnson has this one. And that ends the inning. No runs a hit, 1 left. 2-1 to the 9th. Let's check the Philly defense. Got to get Allen out of there. Taylor made the last out, so Allen will go to third base. And in Taylor's spot, Jackie Brandt will come on and take over in left field. Jim Bunning trying to go the distance. It's his second endurance inning. Just in case Terry Fox begins to throw lightly in the Philly pen. With Darrell Knowles unavailable, the Phillies would prefer to not have to go to the pen. Last chance cafe indeed, Dan. It'll be Coleman, Rose, and Darren Johnson. I want to thank everybody for joining me on a rare Saturday game. Gordy Coleman 0 for 3, struck out twice so far. Bunning gets the sign. Here's the pitch. On a 2-2, he walks him. And the tying run is aboard. That's going to call for a pinch runner. Ruiz or Simpson. It'll be Chico Ruiz running for Coleman. Chico, not a threat to steal, but he's a 15 runner. Pete Rose striding to the plate. Bunning checks the runner. The pitch from the stretch to Rose is a 1-11 righty. Base hit into right field. Rounding is Ruiz, a 15. Callison, however, with a minus to third, 15-17. Callison with a -4 gun, 13. With nobody out, they're going to hold him up. Now one more hitter walk will fatigue Bunning as Darren Johnson comes to the plate. A bunting situation. Johnson a poor bunter, however. Darren Johnson, the hero of Frank's game. Just coincidentally, of course. Bunning checks the runners. The pitch to Darren Johnson. That's a 3-11 right-handed, and he walks him to load him up, and Bunning is fatigued. Holy cow, what a ninth inning. Bases loaded with nobody out, and here comes Mock, and that will do it for Bunning. Terry Fox will come on. Bunning in 8+, allowed just 5 hits. 1 run so far, but the bases are juiced and they're all his. He walked 4, 2 in this inning, and struck out 2, 3, only 3 today. Leo Cardenas due, Johnny Edwards to follow. And here's Terry Fox now. Fox, 2-1 with a save, an ERA of an even 5. He has 1 of the team's 8 saves. Of the other 7, Knowles has 4. He's unavailable. Wise has 3, and I believe he's due to start. He is, so he's also unavailable. Actually, I think Wise started the last game the Phillies played. So it all falls on Terry Fox. Leo 1 for 3 and a defensive clinic in the field today. Phillies pull the infield in. Fox ready to go to work now. Here's the pitch to Leo Cardenas on a 3-11. Foul ball back of the plate. Dalrymple back, throws the mask away, and makes the catch. Huge out for Terry Fox. Now is it in or back? They're going to stay in for Edwards. Edwards 0 for 2 with a walk. Fox into the windup. It's a 3-8 right-handed grounder to shortstop B. Dick Allen at third now goes to Dalrymple for the force. Ruiz is forced at the plate. And that brings up Davidson's spot, and we'll have a pinch hitter. Holy cow. Fox 1 out from getting out of this and notching the save. Huge at bat for the Reds. Maybe. But they've got a better hitter on the bench. It's going to be Don Pavletic. That's the best hitter they've got on the bench right now. No place to put him. Pavletic on the season, .281 with 5 home runs and 12 RBIs in 96 at-bats. 2 down, bases loaded. Phillies lead it 2-1. Fox runs the count full. Runners will be going on the pitch. Here's the pitch to Pavletic on a 6-10 righty. Fly to right, playable. Callison is there. And somehow, Terry Fox, pitch comes in to a bases loaded, nobody out jam and pitches out of it. 2-1 is the final. I can't even believe it if I hadn't have seen it myself. And I did see it, and I still don't believe it. Philly fans erupt. Just over 14,600. That was a big boy save by Fox. Oh my goodness. His second save with the Phillies. Let's look at him overall. He played for 2 clubs. That is his second save. Bunning ends up with the win. He goes to 8-4. Pappas, the hard luck loser, drops to 3-5. Davidson with a scoreless frame. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad I rolled today. Player of the game, couple of suggestions here, both good ones. Phillies 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. Reds 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. It's got to go to the pitchers, but which one? You know what? I'm going to give it to both of them. Co-players of the game, Jim Bunning and Terry Fox. And you're right, both of you. Bunning owes Fox a steak dinner. See, Dan said it first. Kurt seconds it. The roadkill section. You know, that reminds me of, there's a place in Seligman, Arizona on Route 66 called the Roadkill Cafe. One of the many famous Route 66 landmarks. Yeah, as we approach game 500, who would have thunk? Oh my goodness, thank you everybody. Looking ahead on the schedule, tomorrow we're going to finish up June 7th with the Cardinals at the Pirates. And you're in for a treat because Bob Gibson will be starting the game for St. Louis. Don Cardwell gets the nod for Pittsburgh. So Bob Gibson tomorrow, can't miss Strat-O-Matic for sure. 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Wow, that's something, Ben. Who? You know I've been watching all those Route 66 videos on YouTube lately. Yeah, no doubt. Internet willing. Hopefully just a blip. It's been good since I moved it and they did what they said they were going to do, but I'm a little skeptical. Not too happy with AT&T at the moment. Yeah, now I'm thinking the same, Ben. I'm thinking maybe part of it. It's daunting to think about taking on the whole thing in one shot. And it's problematic with Mookie as well. Or maybe I'll just stick to what I love and do another Pacific Coast trip. God, I love driving along the coast. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, something to ponder for another day, I suppose. I'm going to get out of here. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye for now.